Dan Collins, ghost hunter, was trending on social media. This was it. The moment I'd been living for since I started my vlog channel. My moment to shine. Too bad that instead of incontrovertible proof that ghosts walk among us, I'd become an overnight vlogging sensation because I fell. Through, not down, the rotted-out steps of the old deserted building I was investigating. Over 250,000 views, and everyone was yucking it up because I almost broke my neck. At least I had good insurance, the ambulance trip and treatment for my broken leg were both covered, and my phone survived the fall, even if some of my ghost hunting equipment did not. The footage captured the characteristic lens flare of a ghost in the corner of the frame right before I took my plunge back to the ground floor. No one cared about that. No, all they saw was my expression of shocked horror as the ground gave way under me. My arms windmilling, my expensive gear smashing down the stairs, and then I fell out of frame. People posted reaction videos to my video. Kids reenacted my facial expression at the moment the ghost touched me. None of them seemed to notice the evidence of a spirit pushing me onto the rotten stairs. Only my most devoted subscribers pointed out the other presence in the frame. The social media frenzy took off with me stuck in a hospital bed with nothing but my phone for company. Stacy quit once it was clear I would not die. She claimed she hadn't signed on to risk her neck as my personal assistant. In all honesty, I couldn't blame her. This wasn't the first time I'd ended up with injuries while capturing footage. It wouldn't be the last time. Not that it was my fault. It was just that hauntings drove the living away, so they showed up in places that were falling apart. By the time they generated enough buzz as urban legends to reach my ears and become accessible to the public, haunted places got run down. It also wasn't the first time I'd lost an assistant due to my injury-prone nature. Stacy had lasted for almost a year. Zach, the assistant before her, quit after a couple months. Others had come and gone too. Martha, my first hire, quit after our first haunting. Martha preceded me into the building to film my entrance. Her first step into a spider web had resulted in her screaming at coming face to face with the web's occupant and then running back out of the building. Martha hadn't been my best hiring decision ever, but I was still new to figuring out the whole employer thing. My vlog, which I started after high school, took off enough to consider supporting myself with it when I was a community college freshman. I developed a loyal core of followers, and I put out quality content. My brand started as more of a dare me to stay overnight in the spookiest spots on Earth gimmick. But after my experiences road tripping to various spooky spots all around the northeastern U.S., I'd started to believe in ghosts. How could I doubt after all the weird stuff that happened? My subscribers agreed. Ghosts were real, and we were on a quest to prove it. I started getting gifts of ghost hunting gear and researching it more myself. A good quarter of my webisodes were just talking about the ways we could measure paranormal activity. On my site, fans discussed what would constitute incontrovertible proof of a haunting these days. In an age with digital media being what it was, skeptics could refute any evidence we found. The other half of my video archives were the hauntings, like the old Miller house, where I fell. I sighed and refreshed my landing page. The view counts had ticked past 300,000 now. I got an email notification. Since my video took off, my fan mail had increased on a massive scale. I considered ignoring it. I used the term fan in a loose sense. Most of the people writing to me after the accident thought I was a joke. But the preview in the notification for this message showed that it was from my insurance carrier. They had denied my latest claim. Not again. Ugh. It probably said something about me that I had my favorite insurance agent extension saved to my speed dial. Heck, it said something that I even had a favorite insurance agent. Stacy said it wasn't normal. She joked that I should add a channel to my vlog rating the nation's ERs since I spent so much time in them, setting bones and getting stitches. I suspected she was right about the not normal part, but my job could be dangerous. It wasn't like haunted sites were famous for their impeccable maintenance. I dialed Chad's direct line. He picked up on the third ring with his usual professional greeting. Chorus Insurance, Chad speaking. How may I help you this evening?